Hello and welcome to Only Connect, the coolest show in town. But then we're in Cardiff on a weeknight, so there are prouder boasts. Having said that, if you're looking for something racy, I can promise you hardcore action with occasional glimpses of smart-arse. Not literally, of course. Our contestants won't be running about naked. We're not in the part of Cardiff where they do that sort of thing. Although I will be later, don't worry about that. I'm joined by two teams who won their heats and are now playing for a place in the quarter-final. On my right, Virginia Fasnage, a proud member of the I Can't Sing choir who once saw a UFO in Suffolk. Gail La Carbonara, a photography student who once came second in a national tap dancing competition. And their captain, Tom Fasnage, an EFL teacher who's made eye contact with Quentin Tarantino and broke his leg on the day of the Silver Jubilee. United by a devotion to diction, they are the Linguists. Tom, you won your first heat against the Chessmen. How have you been preparing for tonight's game?
We saw part of a documentary about orangutans.
Well, they may come up. All documentary watching is useful. You are facing tonight, on my left, John Dorney, an actor and amateur card magician who once had a letter published in issue 96 of the Transformers comic. Stuart Wildig, a client manager who's learning to play the ukulele and once travelled 10,000 miles for a first date. And their captain, Giles Sparrow, a fellow of the Royal Astronomical Society who was once hit by a crow while driving the TARDIS down the M3. United by a devotion to the Doctor, they are the Gallifreyans. Giles, you won your first game against the Wandering Minstrels. Will you be using the same tactics?
Well, we had a lot of tactics worked out, but as usual with these things, they didn't really survive first contact with the enemy, so we'll see.
Well, good luck against your new enemies. We'll be starting with round one. What's the connection between four apparently random clues? Linguists, you won the toss, but you've elected to put the Gallifreyans in first. So, Giles, please choose your Egyptian hieroglyph.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? The fewer you need to see, the more points you'll get. The time starts now.
Simply read, I don't know. Nathan,
Carry on.
Yeah.
Next, please. Attega de Canto Cliff Richard.
Is it going to be songs that they've written tunes to? Because I know he did. Cliff Richard sung a song to the
foreign version.
Outline Design, wasn't it? Yeah. Should we move on a bit? Should we get another one?
Yeah. Next, please. Francis Ford Coppola.
No,
Inglewood.
oh, hang on. Vineyards.
Oh,
I think they're vineyards.
Yep. They're all vineyards that they own.
Adega do Cantor translates literally as the vineyard of the singer. It's celebrity viniculture. You didn't need to see Chateau de Tignes, celebrity vineyards. Linguists, your turn to choose a question.
We will have two reads.
Two reads. What is the connection between these picture clues? Here's the first.
No, I don't know. Do you know? OK.
Next, please.
I think it is. Looks like...
OK, next, please.
No, I really don't know where that is. No.
No, next, please.
Let's look. Person.
3 seconds.
Absolutely not.
Not a clue. Cricketers.
Cricketers, not the answer, I'm afraid. So, Gallifreyans, you have the chance of a bonus point.
Showing the names of playwrights?
That's not it either. Now, you were in the right sort of universe with cricketers, but I wanted to hear sprinters. We're looking at Wells Cathedral, Tony Christie, David Bailey and a bolt. I'm thinking of winners of the gold medal for the men's 100-metre sprint. So, Alan Wells, Linford Christie, Donovan Bailey and, of course, Usain Bolt. So no bonus to you Gallifreyans, but you get the chance to choose a question.
Lion, please.
Lion. The music question. What connects the clues you're going to hear? Here's the first.
I said the woodpecker sitting on a fence. Once I courted a handsome wench. She got saucy and from me fled.
Next, please. It's 2001. Next, please. Yeah,
This is Batman.
Yes.
So there was
Next week, do you play another one? Get another one.
Next, please.
Yes.
Bats.
The connection is bats. What did you hear?
Well,
The third one was from Batman.
Batman film.
Yes.
Theme.
And the fourth one was Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf.
The first one was Leather-Winged Bat, a Burr Lives arrangement of a sort of traditional English folk song.
Okay.
Second one, do you want to have a guess?
Deflator Mouse.
The overture to Deflator Mouse, and the theme from Batman, and then Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. And how do you write Meatloaf's name?
It's one word, isn't it? Or is it the other way around? Oh, no, he gets annoyed, doesn't
You
he?
call him
Well,
Mr. Loaf.
let me tell you what Meatloaf himself says. You'd be in trouble there, John. Meatloaf says, "When I see my name spelt with one word, I want to slap and choke people. If you do that, you got to be a moron. It's on every poster, every album, and every ticket as two words. If you spell it as one, you're an idiot."
Yeah, that's me told.
Okay.
That's you told. Linguists, your turn for a choice.
We all have the water, please.
Water. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Sometimes you have to do something.
Yeah,
We are going to have to have the next
Next, please.
It's, oh, I have to...
Next.
Hour. Yeah.
3 seconds. Do you want to go with cricketers?
Yeah. Yes, these are almost certainly spin bowlers.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. So, Gallifreyans, another chance for a bonus point.
Stuart.
They're programmes that shouldn't have adverts.
That's absolutely right. It's to do with advertising restrictions. If there's a formal royal ceremony or a religious service is included in the broadcast, or when it's live parliamentary proceedings or children's programmes that last for less than 30 minutes, you may have no advertising. Well done, Gallifreyans. You get a bonus point and the chance to choose a question.
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Oh, that is called Next.
Right, OK.
It's called Next. But do you want to say next and see what the next?
For next is the answer?
Well...
That feels like an Only Connect question to me, doesn't it? Should we guess it? I'd be right.
Let's go for it. Next.
Coming in after one clue, you get 5 points. The answer is Next. The Nicolas Cage magician film, a company founded by Steve Jobs in 1985, a UK clothing retail giant, and a way of requesting another clue, you would say Next. Now, we were hoping you'd say Next a few times, just to make life difficult for the graphics people. Do they want another clue? Are they discussing the answer? But no, you got it after one clue. Back to you, Linguists, for a choice.
I guess we'll have the Horned Viper.
It wasn't much of a choice, was it, to be honest? Horned Viper is the one. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next.
Zombies. Could that be a rat?
Next.
Nothing is coming to me.
Next.
Oh my goodness, it's just horrible. Yeah, this is much like
3 seconds.
Things that Michael Jackson has had to deal with.
Is the right answer.
No, really?
Was that a random guess? They are
Only
the
a
subjects
little
of Michael Jackson's songs. A rat is the song Ben,
yeah.
Zombies from Thriller,
Thriller.
Paternity Dispute in Billie Jean, and Racism, Black or White. They are preoccupations of Michael Jackson. Excellent. Well, that means at the end of round one, the Linguists have got 1 point. The Gallifreyans have 9. Round 2 is the sequences round. The teams may see a maximum of 3 clues because I want to know what would come forth. Gallifreyans, you'll be going first again. Please choose a hieroglyph.
Eye of Horus, please.
Eye of Horus, is it? OK. These are going to be picture clues. I'd like you to describe what you'd expect to see in the fourth picture. Here's the first.
The coins.
Is it the bits that made up the map of... Because on the back, wasn't it? The back of one of them, it made up...
That's first
Should-
three.
Should we get the next
That's-
one? Next, please.
Ooh. Because it's...
Oh, hang on, it's going to add up to something. So that's 5p, 6, 8. So the first one is 8p, then the next one's going to is 18p.
18p.
28 and...
30, no, 38.
Should we do next?
Should we do next, yeah?
It'll be 38, 88. Next, please. Yeah, so plus 50.
OK.
3 seconds.
The same as number 3, but with the addition of a larger 50p piece-shaped
At the bottom.
piece
To make the sort
at
of...
the bottom to make up the shield.
Well, that's right. On the back of coins, you get little bits of the royal shield, and you can arrange them in a certain way to get the whole shield. The sequence is we've gone with coins of increasing denomination. So we started with 1p, 2p, 5p. You then add coins of increasing denomination, and what was missing was the 50p piece at the bottom to complete the shield.
Yeah.
Well done. That may be the dullest explanation I've ever given to a question in 10 series. But you get the points. Linguists, your turn to choose.
Lion, please.
Lion. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Is that how many? What kilometres it's away? No, like
Next, please. Next.
So is it the size of them or the lengths of the day? The lengths of the day. Okay, so
Earth 24.
The answer is Earth 24. And why is that?
Well, they are the lengths of the day in hours, but I'm not entirely sure what the sequence is.
Well, I'll tell you. Now, I didn't quite understand this myself at first sight, but I had it explained to me by the question editor using fruit. So I've actually brought... If you imagine... Right, this is the Earth, right? Now, imagine that this is Cardiff, right? So the time it takes for this to go round until Cardiff is in the same place again is 24 hours. But, you see, now, this grape can be Mars, and now you imagine that Cardiff is on Mars, and the time it would take for Mars to revolve and get Cardiff back in the same place would be 24.62 in our Earth hours. After that, there's a long gap. There's no other planets that have a similar time frame. So Mercury, let's imagine that Cardiff is on Mercury. Now, for Cardiff, Mercury to get back round would take in our time 1,408 hours. So it's increasing amounts of time. Now, if you had an unidentified object, you know, for example, so like a spaceship or something, you know, that might obviously delay things. And I think they revolve round... Is this helping?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's working now. I've got it.
Well, I think I've made that clear. Very well done for the points. I'll have that grape later. Gallifreyans, your turn.
Horned viper, please.
Horned viper. What will be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Oh,
looks like
are
it's
we
also
going to Greek?
Where's Greek?
We can be Alpha and Omega, maybe. If it's a progression of the alphabet, like that's the one that's four from the start and four from the end. Should we do the next to see?
Next, please.
Oh, no.
It isn't.
OK, are the equivalents in... No, should we move on to the next one?
Next, please.
Omicron and Omega.
Oh, is in English? Is it? Oh,
Well, it's possibly...
Oh,
it's
vowels.
Greek and
oh, it's vowels.
Yes,
so
so
what we're going to do?
Hit some, hit one.
Yeah.
Upsilon.
Upsilon,
The answer is Upsilon. And why?
because it's the Greek letter that starts with an English letter when it's spelled, but with the
a vowel.
next English vowel when it's spelled out.
That's right. They're the English vowels going simply along the alphabet from E to U, and the Greek letters that can be spelt with that at the beginning, and the only Greek letter that starts with a U is Upsilon. Well done. Linguists, back to you for a choice.
Twisted flax, please.
OK. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
6 ones in Africa. What is this? 6 of in Africa. Countries beginning with the same.
Possibly. Next, please.
7 in Europe.
Next.
Are there Americans? So in South America or in Asia? Something in Asia?
3 seconds.
12 in South America.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. So, Gallifreyans, your chance of a bonus.
I have no idea.
11 in South America.
No, it's 12 in Asia. Now, there will be people at home who spotted this quickly. It's continental territories in Risk. The game of Risk, divided into certain territories and they're worth extra armies and so on. And Asia is your best bet with 12 territories. Gallifreyans, your last choice of the round.
Water, please.
Water. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
No idea.
Next.
Oh,
Cox.
no.
Zoe.
Oh,
Next.
yes, oh, yes. Regular show presenters.
Yes, it is.
No, that's...
Who is it? Is some thingy with the hair?
Yes. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, Lord, what's his name?
Zane.
I wonder who's with like every other band. That's not helping.
We can hit the button. We've got to hit the button.
3 seconds.
Dave Lee Travis.
The answer. No. Linguists, your chance for a bonus point.
It is Grimshaw.
The answer is Grimshaw. They are successive breakfast show presenters on Radio 1. I think you knew that, but you couldn't remember who came next. You said the one who looks like Ed Miliband. I suppose he does a bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Does a little bit.
Yeah.
Nick Grimshaw is the answer. So well done, Linguists. You get a bonus point, and there is one question remaining, 2 reads. So what would be the fourth clue in this sequence? Here's the first.
Also somebody milking a cow.
Next.
Bread not twerking.
Is it something that happened on a show?
Like
Like an award show or something?
bread not.
Next.
Oh, it's Days of Christmas, isn't it? It's later milking. Dancing. So it's
3 seconds. 1 second. Out of time, just a second too late. So, Gallifreyans, you have the chance for a bonus point.
Is it going to... yeah, go for that. So is it Pete Best hitting things?
Not the right answer. I think both teams identified this is to do with the 12 days of Christmas, but it is. 8 maids are milking, 9 ladies dancing, 10 lords are leaping, 11 pipers piping. So we put, for example, Billy trilling. Billy Piper singing would be a piper piping. So, at the end of round 2, the Linguists have 4 points, the Gallifreyans have 13. Time for the connecting wall, and the Linguists will be going first this time. So, Linguists, I can offer you a choice, lion or water.
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to de-jumble the lion wall and sort it into 4 connected groups of 4. Starting now.
There's a rose window. There's a picture window.
Should we see if we can get the sash window, picture window, the rose window?
Any other windows?
Another kind of window. An electric window.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, Watson and Adler are both in Sherlock Holmes.
As is Hudson. As is Moran.
So is Moran. So that's probably one.
Any others?
What about Bradstreet?
That's possible.
Hung, flew, smelt, and spoke are past participles.
That
So
works.
it could be that.
Could be that.
Which
Well,
would
what do we
leave
have
us
left?
with
Wait, what's Chinook?
Bradstreet, Chinook, Dr. Phil, and Deep Blue. Oh, Watson is also... Hang on, Watson is also a computer. Should we try these Sherlock Holmes ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not
No,
that.
Okay.
So is Bradstreet also, or Smelt?
I don't
Are those
know of any
Sherlock
other ones.
Okay, hang on then. Shall we try the past participant?
Yeah. Yes, okay.
It's there.
3 strikes
So,
and you're out now.
Okay.
well, Dr. Phil and Chinook are nothing to do with Sherlock Holmes. Deep Blue is nothing to do with Sherlock Holmes.
And which one did you already try?
These 4.
Okay. Then,
These, I
Deep Blue,
suspect,
Dr.
are
Phil.
computers of some kind.
Which other ones are computers?
Watson.
That's it, you've solved the wall. So that's 4 points for the groups. Can you get the points for the connections? First group, Rose, Sash, Picture, Electric.
These are kinds of window.
Types of window, that's it. And what about the next group, the green group starting with hung?
They are irregular past tenses.
That is exactly what they are. To hang, to fly, to smell, to speak. The pink group starting with Watson, what about that?
They are computers.
I need to hear something else.
Are they chess computers?
I sadly can't take it because only one of them is a chess computer. Deep Blue took on Garry Kasparov at chess. They are all computers that competed at different games. So Chinook actually won the World Championship of Drafts. Drafts is a game that a computer can win. Dr. Phil tried to win the American Crossword Championship, but didn't win because a computer isn't that great at crosswords. And Watson is the one that I think people would know. It competed on Jeopardy, the quiz show Jeopardy.
Of course it was, yeah.
Only one of them chess, but they are generally computers that took on humans at various games. And the last group, Adler, Bradstreet, Hudson, Moran.
Well, unless it's a trick question, they are characters from Sherlock Holmes stories.
It's not a trick question. We're thinking about Irene Adler, the woman. Bradstreet's a policeman, Inspector Bradstreet. Mrs. Hudson, of course, and Colonel Sebastian Moran, the second most dangerous man in London. So, 4 points for the groups, 3 more points for the connections. That is a total of 7. Time to bring in the Gallifreyans and give them a new connecting wall, all wiped clean and given 16 new clues, all jumbled up. Need sorting into 4 groups of 4. Gallifreyans, you'll be getting the water wall because the lion's been taken. You've got 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Hastings.
Hastings.
Hastings curtain. That Jap Lemon. Hastings and is there anyone else from?
Is it Bath?
Bath. No, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'll try with everyone, just because I can't think of any other characters from Poirot.
Poirot. Yeah.
It might not, because if there is, it might not be that at all. But
Colonel Race. No. Okay. No work prize. Any other prizes? No.
On the set of those, I think it might be Ariadne Oliver as well.
Yes.
As a possibility,
Yeah.
so we'll have to do that later. Raymond Carver.
Picture. Window. Picture. Frame. Picture. High.
Sky High. Electric
High.
Blue.
Hang on. Bath Oliver. No. I don't see any others.
Race. Ace. Cards. Club. Curtain. Silver curtain. Red curtain.
Carver.
Nobel Prize. Other prizes. Pension.
Oh, inventors. How about Franklin, Nobel?
Franklin. Nobel.
Was Oliver an inventor? In Hastings?
I think Oliver's got to be in
knows.
the. Let's try Carver and Hastings.
Lord.
This is not our wall.
No.
Carver was he an inventor?
Club is a biscuit.
Yeah, I don't see any others. Just
think it's
randomly trying. Lemon juice. Any... Okay.
I don't know what that was.
Okay. Okay, come on. Let's try and get Hastings, Jap, Oliver.
Lemon. No.
Hastings, Jap, Oliver, Carver.
I think try. Yeah.
Hastings, Jap, Oliver, Bath.
Hastings, Jap, Nobel. Try Race. Race is one. Colonel Race.
Okay.
5 seconds.
Hastings, Jap, Oliver, Franklin. No.
That's it. The time is up and the wall has frozen. Interesting. Well, you found one group, and I'll give you a point if you can tell me the connection. Club, electric, high, easy.
I have no idea.
Chair.
That's it. They're types of chair. Club chair, electric chair, high chair, easy chair. You can also get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. Hastings, Race, Oliver, Lemon.
Agatha Christie characters.
They are characters in the Poirot stories. Now, you mentioned Colonel Race.
Yes.
And then never went back to him. That's the David Niven character. And you were always putting Jap in the group. But no, Race is what we wanted to see. And, of course, Miss Oliver, Miss Lemon and Captain Hastings. What about the pink group, starting with Nobel? Nobel, Carver, Jap, Franklin.
Inventors?
Inventors?
They're not. No, they are chemists. Jap, the red herring from the other group, is Francis Jap, and then you've got Alfred Nobel, of course, George Washington Carver and Rosalind Franklin, all chemists. And the last group, Bath, Curtain, Pension, Picture.
Can you draw them?
They are things that you can draw. So that is 1 point for the group that you found and 3 more points for the connections. That's a total of 4. Let's have a look at the scores going into the last round. The Linguists have 11 points. The Gallifreyans have 17. Missing vowels round now. Well-known names, phrases or sayings. The vowels have been removed. The consonants have been respaced. What are those hidden clues? Fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you that the first group all share their names with brick countries. Gallifreyans.
Russian doll.
Correct. Don't know this one. It's China Goose. Next clue. Linguists.
Indian ink.
Correct. Gallifreyans.
Brazilian wax.
I can't take it, I'm afraid. Linguists, do you know?
Brazilian wax.
That's right. Next category, party leaders with one letter humorously changed. Gallifreyans.
Pick Clegg.
Correct. Gallifreyans.
Ex-Miliband.
You've got the hang of it. Gallifreyans.
Nigel Garage.
Yep. Gallifreyans.
Halleck Salmond.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Linguists. No, too long. You gave me an extra L. I need to hear Apex Salmond. Next category. They were written by E.M. Forster. Linguists.
A room with a view.
Correct. Gallifreyans.
A Passage to India.
Correct. Well, that one would have been A Diary for Timothy, but it's the end of the show. And the Linguists finish with 14 points, but tonight's winners with 20. It's the Gallifreyans. Well done, you are through to the quarterfinals. Linguists, you can still get there, but you'll have to win another game to do so. And that's the end of the show. It's customary here to offer a pleasantry, a joke or a quip, a see you next week. But I've been thinking about it, and it's redundant, isn't it? Because the show's effectively over already. The quiz is finished, there are no more questions, that's what you came for, and it's actually quite patronising to keep talking as though this were a real conversation and you could join in. You know, I do normally say something for form's sake and because, well, it's just dawning on me, it's quicker, isn't it? This explanation is quite long, and if I just said goodbye in the first place, then, you know, we'd be all out of here in the pub by now. So now I understand why it is, you know, the hosts say something at the end of the show. They say something, but I see you next time.